Good morning, my dear students. Today I am going to explain the story The Happy Prince. First of all, welcome back all of you to online English classes, and we'll continue this story. And this is the last story we are going to have, okay, um, for a half yearly, and that is The Happy Prince. And after that, we'll read the next book and we'll do revision of grammar. So, this is the last chapter we are going to have. I thought I should complete this and then I will leave this book and we'll move to the next one and do the revision work and the grammar practices. So this story, The Happy Prince, is all about the uh, fiction and the friendship between a bird who is just like similar to a sparrow bird. Okay, here it is swallow and the prince was there, a statue of a prince. So see what happens in this story. I am reading the text and accordingly I will expand this story. High above the city, on a tall column, stood the statue of the happy prince. The narrator begins with the story that it was a very high, just like the statue of Mahatma Gandhi in the heart of Patna city, means Patna city in Gandhi Maidan. So and is a big, similar to the statue of the happy prince is there in the heart of the city. We'll come to know the name of the city where it was stood. He was gilded all over with the thin lips of fine gold. You are familiar with the statue of Mahatma Gandhi, that is the complete bronze statue and the world tallest bronze statue of Mahatma Gandhi in the world. Similarly, here the statue of the happy prince is gilt of the fine gold and it is of thin lips of fine gold. Means it was very nicely made up, okay, with the gilded gold. For eyes, he had two bright sapphires. This is the appearance. This is the appearance of the statue of the happy prince. Bright sapphires, a kind of very precious stones, and a large red ruby glued on his sword hilt. These are the very precious and shining stones, okay, used in order to decorate the statue of the happy prince. In place of eye, they had used a kind of a stone, very precious stone. On the tip of the sword, okay, handle, they had a kind of ruby glowed, a kind of precious stones. One night there flew over the city a little swallow. What happens in one night, on the city where the statue of the happy prince was erected, a bird flew. His friends refers to the friend of the birds, friends of the bird, had gone away to Egypt. Egypt is the name of the city. 6 weeks before, means it is this shows the migration, okay, or for some things we'll come to know in this story. Just like in the evening time, the crow used to fly sometimes in the uh, some migratory birds are there. You might be familiar with this, okay, from the book geography or environmental science. I think environmental science. But he had stayed behind. Then he decided to go to Egypt too. And the little swallow, means the bird, decided to stay for a while. And then she decided now that he should accompany his friends. All day long he flew. Means the whole day he flew. And at night time he arrived at the city. Means all day she flew, okay. And at the night time she decided to take rest. So she was thinking, pondering, okay, that where should I stay and take rest, okay, for the whole night. And then once again in the beginning, okay, in the morning time, she will just fly once again. towards the city, that is Egypt. Where shall I put up? Means where shall I stay? Where shall I just have a halt? He said, I hope the town has made preparation. Preparation means the town is completely silent, completely darkness, all has slept. All the peoples of the towns have been sleeping or prepared to sleep. Then he saw the statue on the tall column, and finally her eyes fell on. She suddenly saw a big statue. I will put up there, he cried. And now with excitement, she's the bird said, I will put up means I will stay there. It is a fine position with plenty of fresh air. Means the statue was very big. So he thought that I will stay there and will get fresh air. So he alighted. Alighted means ascended, means moved down just between the feet of the happy prince. And she went means aligned means ascended, fly down and sat between the feet of the happy prince. It was the pedestal on which the statue was erected. I have a golden bedroom. This is the narrator is actually assuming himself as the bird, and now he's telling that actually the statue was made of the gold, thin leaves of gold. So where he was sitting, it was also of gold. So he is telling that I have a golden bedroom, he said softly to himself as he looked round, and he prepared to go to sleep. And now he wanted to take rest, sleep. But just as he was putting his head under his wing, a large drop of water fell on him. Means as soon as he prepared to sleep, take nap, okay, take rest, suddenly a drop of water fell on him. Him refers to on the bird. What a curious thing. Why it was curious thing? Because the sky was clear. There was no presence of rain. He cried, there is not a single cloud in the sky. The stars are quite clear and bright, and yet it is raining. The bird is telling how it is raining. Means he thought that it is raining, but he could see that the stars are shining, no cloud, there is no trace of cloud in the sky. Then another drop fell. Means he was thinking at the same time another drop fell. What is the use of a statue if it cannot keep the rain off? This was the excuse. This was the comment and criticism about the statue. He said, I must look for a good chimney pot. And now the bird was thinking that I should leave the place and a move to a chimney pot where I could just hide myself from the rain. And he determined to fly away. And then the bird decided to just fly away from the feet of the happy prince statue. But before he had opened his wings, a third drop fell. And as soon as he was preparing to just open uh, his eyes, keep his head off away from the wings, a third drop fell, and he looked up and saw. Ah, what did he see? And what did he see? And when he opened his eyes, he could see the eyes of the happy prince were filled with tears. This is the imagination. A statue cannot weep, a statue cannot shed tears, but it was there. Okay, so this is the fiction story. So the bird could see that the eyes of the happy prince were filled with tears, and tears were running round his golden cheeks, and the shedding of the tears were coming down through the golden cheeks of the happy prince statue. His face was beautiful, so beautiful, in the moonlight that the little swallow was filled with pity. Means the appearance of the happy prince was very nice. It was of the golden color, Who are you? He said. I am the happy prince. And now the statue and the bird are talking together in this story. And now see what happens there. Who are you? He said. Means the bird said to the happy prince, and the happy prince replied, I am the happy prince. Why are you weeping then? Asked the swallow. This is the question. You have quite drenched me. The swallow means the bird asked, why are you weeping? You have drenched me. Drenched means bingona. Drenched me. When I was alive and had a human heart, this was the answer of the happy prince, answered the statue. I did not know what tears were, for I lived in the palace where sorrow is not allowed to enter. So this may be one question, why the name of the prince was Happy Prince? Because he has not tasted sorrow, okay, and sorrow was not allowed, okay, in his kingdom or in his palace where he was living. So he enjoyed all his life. He was happy all his lifetime when he was alive, and that's why his name was Happy Prince. My courtiers called me the Happy Prince. Courtiers refers to the ministers, the countrymen. Okay, the generally here courtiers refers to the ministers of the court or the palace. And happy indeed I was, so I lived and so I died. Means happily I lived, okay, and died. And now that I am dead, they have set me up here so high. They refers to the courtiers, okay, the ministers. Have set me up means that constructed my statue here so high that I can see the ugliest and all the misery of my city. And from here, the happy prince could see the misery, the sadness, the toughness, the tightness, okay, and the extreme problem of the city life, okay, or the city people, the dwellers of the city, okay. And though my heart is made of lead, yet I can't choose but weep. The happy prince is narrating his plight and condition, that his heart is made of lead, but he is now crying. Why he was crying? Because he could not bear the unhappy state of the town people. What, is he not solid gold? Said the swallow to himself. And now swallow is thinking that is he not a solid gold? He was too polite to make any personal remarks. Means the bird cannot make any compliments, okay, and comments and criticism. Far away, continued the statue in a low musical voice. And the happy prince continued his story. Far away in a little street, there is a poor house. One of the windows is open, and through it I can see it at a table. Her face is thin and worn. Now he's talking about one of the countrymen, okay, one of the women, okay, whom he could see and uh, and see the problem and the misery the woman face. And she has cords and hands all picked by the needles, for she is seamstress, means stitching lady. She used to stitch the clothes. Tailor. She is embroidering flowers on a satin gown for the loveliest of the queen's maids of honor. Means she is doing this stitching work. Okay, she is making some flowers or something embroidery work she is doing to wear at the next court ball. In a bed in the corner of the room, a little boy is lying ill. Means now see the condition of the tailor, okay, the woman who was making embroidery work, okay, so that the suit could be prepared, because the suit will be wear worn out by the queen's maid honors. But her son is lying ill. He has a fever and is asking his mother to give him oranges. His mother has nothing to give him but river water. This shows the extreme poverty. Okay, the woman had no food and even the fruits to just feed the child. The child was, repeating, demanding that I want to have this, like orange. So he's crying, swallow, swallow, little swallow. This is the request. Request of the statue to the tiny bird. Will you not bring her the ruby out of my sword hilt? Means now the statue is requesting the tiny bird that you please take off the precious stone of my sword, okay, and give it to the seamstress, the tailor woman. My feet are fastened to this pedestal and I cannot move. And this is the plight. He is requesting the tiny bird that you please take a small ruby, okay, a small the stone, the very precious and the priceless stone, and give it to the seamstress so that she could sell the precious stone and could purchase something for herself and can feed the child properly. And you see, my legs are, my feet are fastened. Fastened means bound. I can't move. This is the helplessness. I am waited for in Egypt. This is the uh, explanation of the bird that he is telling that I am waited means I have to reach Egypt, okay, as soon as possible because my friends have reached there and they are waiting for me. Said the swallow, my friends are flying up and down the Nile. Nile is the river. You're familiar with this? And talking to the large lotus flowers. And they are just enjoying and discussing about the flowers like lotus that are grown by the side of the Nile River. Soon they will go to sleep. And after this, okay, I will continue this story. But what will you do all? That you all will read this story, okay? You read this story and prepare a list of new words along with their meaning after consulting the dictionary. And then next class, I will just explain this story. Thank you very much. All the best. God bless you all.